Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Great Day Houston. October is a busy month, and one of the things that we observe this month is breast cancer awareness. It used to be that women just didn't talk about it, and that cost a lot of women their lives. Today, we scream about it, but the one thing that could get in the way of a woman getting a cure is, of course, money. Paying for that mammogram. Our first guests say money does not have to stand in the way. Please welcome Shannon Lecoq. She is the Chief Development Officer with The Rose, and Carrie Swatsell, breast cancer survivor. And we love that. Because there used to be a time, I know when I would go out to the races and things, we'd see a few pink hats several years ago, and now we see a lot of them, in part because of organizations like The Rose. So let's explain first what The Rose is and how it's different from any other breast imaging center.
Well, we've been saving lives since 1986, and what makes us different is that we take care of all women. We think that all women should have access to care. So we take care of the insured and the uninsured, and actually the insured help us take care of the uninsured.
Yeah, so we go in to have what would be done anyway. With our insurance paying, we clear the way for someone else, as you just mentioned, to get their mammogram done. Now, anytime you say there's an organization that will do something for folks who can't afford it, sometimes people have this negative connotation in their mind that you might not be as good as the other places. The Rose is a place that other organizations have come to look at to mimic.
Oh, yes, and we're a breast imaging center of excellence. There's only 14 of those in the greater Houston area. We're the only freestanding one. And like you said, there's others that have mimicked us around the nation, and we have 3D mammography just like other places.
Yeah. All right, well, I went to The Rose several years ago. In fact, my first mammogram I had in Houston, and somebody was there. All right, and that is you, Carrie. You actually worked there at the time.
Yes, I do.
So you saw what would happen when people would go in, crossing their fingers that everything would be okay. But the thing that you knew is that if someone got the news that they had breast cancer, you didn't just drop it off right there. The Rose carries you through the process.
All the way through. All the way through. If you're diagnosed, Dr. Malillo is usually the one that actually tells you that you do have breast cancer. They take you down to our navigation department, who guide you through every step of the way. They help you get your oncologist, your doctors. If you do not have insurance, they help you to qualify for the Medicare, or Medicaid, I'm sorry, all the other programs that we do have. And they hold your hand all the way.
Yeah, and Dr. Malillo, who you mentioned, she was the one that did my mammogram back then. And that's what's so cool about this, is that she's doing those mammograms, and at the same time, she's one of the women who's responsible for starting The Rose, because she saw what would happen to folks who felt like they couldn't afford to get this life-saving procedure.
Right. That's right. Her and Dorothy Gibbons started The Rose because they saw too many women coming in with late-stage breast cancer.
All right, so for you knew how important it was to get your mammogram. Obviously, you were working there.
Yes.
So what was that like when you heard the word, this may be something, and then it's actually breast cancer? Is it something that was easier for you to handle because you knew how many women could survive this?
I don't think it's easy
It's
anyway.
never easy. Yeah.
No. But you know how you have that gut feeling? So I kind of already knew before they told me. And of course, when they
let
said,
you know?
Just a gut feeling. Just something inside. And so when she told me, of course, Dr. Malillo cried more than I did. I love her so much. Then they immediately called Methodist Hospital, got me an appointment with Dr. Rodriguez for the very next day.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you do lots more testing after that, and then they got me started on my treatment.
I can't tell you how many times, or I probably can, because I'm sure you've heard this as well, how many women will say, I don't want to go in because what if it's cancer? But that's the point.
It's still going to be there whether you go find out or not.
Yeah. And that early detection is the key. And you mentioned, Dr. Miller probably cried more than you did, you said. And it's one of those things that really takes you aback. But I think the thing that we haven't realized is that what used to be a death sentence at one point, or a fighting chance at another point, we have the biggest fighting chance today than ever before.
Oh, yes, yes. It's 98% curable if found early.
Wow. Okay, so for those women who say, I don't want to know. Yeah. Again, you want to make sure that they understand. And then what's the other myth that you get? Oh, I heard it hurts. I don't think it hurts as much as chemo would, right? So
right.
What was your treatment?
I had what they call Red Devil, which is the strongest chemo they have. I had 4 sessions of that.
Yeah, and the reason why, too, is because your breast cancer was the one that, like, you don't want to get any of them,
right.
But this one
I
is
had triple negative,
yeah.
And that's the bad one. It actually grew before I even started treatment from when I got diagnosed. And I did 4 of those, then I did 12 of Taxidol, or can't ever pronounce that name right, and then I had surgery. and then I did radiation.
Yeah. And all through the way, because that sounds like a whole lot to me.
It is a whole lot. It was a whole
certainly
year.
worth your life, right?
Yes, it was worth every minute.
But the thing that's amazing about you is through all of that, you kept your sense of humor.
I did.
And you have some of your sense of humor in your hand right now.
I do. Every week, my daughters both have the silhouette machines. They made me different shirts. This is my favorite shirt here. This represents me. I'm bald. My hair. My two daughters, my sister, my niece, and my mom.
We fight together.
We
and the
fight
one that
together.
you're wearing right now is, I do not like breast cancer here or there. I do not like breast cancer anywhere.
And accompanied that, I had to have a Dr. Seuss hat.
In fact, the nurses where you got your treatment say they all miss you. They're glad that they have to miss you because you're done, but they all miss you.
They literally, every one of them came to my room every time I was there to see what color hair I had that day.
For those women who are just now getting diagnosed, or those who are right in the middle of it trying to get the strength to finish the treatment, what do you have to share with them?
Pray. Trust in God.
Yeah.
It'll all turn out well. You just follow the plan. You just live every day to the fullest.
Yeah.
I've become very bossy, according to my
Well,
husband.
you deserve to be. You can do anything after that
I'm very
point. As a survivor, you can do anything. All right. So in order to get our mammograms at the Rose, what do we have to do?
You just need to call us or visit our website, and you can schedule online.
All right. You have other services like an on-site physicians and patient navigators, which
Yes.
that's always good to have. You have a mobile unit as well.
Yes, we have a whole mobile fleet, and we have our newest addition, Rosie, which is a 40-foot coach that has 3D on it and a full exam room, too.
Wow. So now how do we get that? That can come to an office or something?
Yes, you can go to a corporation, to a school, to a church, to a business. Just need to call our mobile team.
Yeah, and at this point, who are we saying needs to come on and get a mammogram? I know for a while there was some confusion over what age should come or family history, and I think a lot of times people put a lot of emphasis in family history, not realizing that there are times when there is no family history of breast cancer and it still happens, or people who never get it even though they had other women in their family who had it.
The biggest risk is just being a female.
Yeah.
So at the Rose, we strongly believe at 40 you should start annual screening.
Okay, so you have Young Women's Services under 40, you have Empower Her sponsorship, so you have not just the service itself, but lots of support groups surrounding it as well.
Yes, it's very comprehensive. We provide that whole continuum of care, just like Carrie was talking about.
Yeah, all right, so at this point you are?
100% cancer-free.
Wow. All right, I know, there's some folks who are going, yes, because you do not like the breast cancer here or there or anywhere, and it's not anywhere, yeah. All right, for more information on the Rose, you can go to therose.org. And again, the point is, if you're going to get a mammogram anyway, grab a couple of your friends, come on down, and for every 3 of you who are using insurance to get your mammogram, you'll pay for somebody else who could not afford it. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.